Hello everybody, this is Goofsome Fox coming at you with a redo here of my buffed Hizack Custom video. It was brought to my attention on the last one that I did have a mishap when it came to explaining the skill anti-jamming level 1, where I treated it like it was an anti-stealth skill, which is a big mistake on my end. I do apologize for that, so I did want to do a remake of that video here, just so I could properly go over everything. From what I can tell, that was the only mishap in it, but it's really just going to irk me if I don't do some form of correction in it, and I don't think just putting a comment would be enough, so chances are I will keep the original video up. I might just unlist it and have it linked in the description for this video here, if it is still something you want to check out. But, without further ado, let's go into this proper coverage of the buffed Hizack Custom. And by just starting out, this is going to be the same 550 cost rated match here from the last video, and we're going to be on military base here, and this is going to be the level 3 version of the Hizack Custom, which is the highest cost it can go to my knowledge. I don't believe the suit ever got a level 4, unless one kind of snuck in there, because they have been adding a lot of level 4 suits recently. The Hizack Custom is native to 450, and it is a support. And let's start by going at the unit features, where I can correct my misdoing with the unit skill anti-jamming level 1 has been given. No, this has nothing to do with stealth. This is for suits that are able to jam your radar. Yeah, this suit is able to combat that now, which similar to what I've said about it with the misconception of it having anti-stealth, I still think anti-jamming is still a good skill to have, as I mentioned, where you can see with your radar when you are scoped in. So I still think even that is a useful skill to have. It would have been kind of cool if this thing did have anti-stealth, but anti-jamming should also work fine as well. Next you have the unit skill, High Performance Scope level 3 was increased to level 4. And then for the level 3 version specifically, you had some increased part slots. Close range part slots were increased from 6 to 8, mid-range got 13 to 15, and then long range slots got 21 to 23. So if you are using the level 3 version of this suit, you do have more part slots to work with, which is always nice because depending on how you want to build this suit, it does give you a few more options for what parts you can and can't equip. So that's it for the unit features there. Next we're going to go to the main range weapon, that being the beam launcher sniper. For this, the heat rate was reduced from 75% to 70%. The overheat time was shortened from 15 seconds to 12 seconds. The focus fire power was increased. They don't say by how much exactly, but the focus fire is really one of the things you want to focus on when you are using this suit, as focus fire does not only do some really good damage, but it does also cause a heavy stagger as well, so really nice to see some extra damage for that there. But this damage does apply to the upper levels as well. And then for the level 2 variant, the power was increased from 2,415 to 2,500, and this applies to upper levels as well. So it looks like you have some increased damage for both the beam itself if you're using it at level 2 and above, and then for the increased focus fire damage as well, which again is a really nifty thing to have for this suit, as I still think the beam launcher that it has here is one of the better rifles in the game when it comes to being a sniper, just because of its versatility alone with the uncharged stun and the heavy stagger you can do with a charge shot. So really good stuff there. And then finally for the sub-weapons here, which actually this is your only sub-weapon, you have the Zaku Machine Gun Custom, where with the level 2 the power was increased from 105 to 120, and this applies to upper levels as well, and that's really it for the sub-weapon there, just a little bit of extra damage for the level 2 and level 3 version of it, which kind of seems like that's really the main focus of this unit adjustment. It is to focus on the level 2 and 3 versions that come at 500 and 550, which, I can't really blame them for wanting to buff those particular versions, because 500 and 550 do have a lot of good suits, and especially some good sniper units as well, because at 550 you do have the Super Gundam as well, which kind of has a lot of the same functionality, especially when it comes to the beam rifle. The Super Gundams can do the heavy stagger thing as well. So yeah, that's something to consider when picking your mobile suits. But then the Super Gundam does also have the missiles that it can use while boosting, and it also has the dummy balloon as well that can give it temporary stealth. So it does have that going for it, which compared to the Hizack Custom, yeah, I feel like it's just, yeah, 550, I feel like you do have some good picks. I don't want to say necessarily that the Hizack Custom is like an obsolete suit, but it is one that I definitely have seen less of, and even one that I kind of stopped playing myself after a while, even at its native cost as well. Native is where I used to use it the most, which kind of tends to be for most suits, I feel like. I have a lot of them that I just kind of use at their native, but Hizack Custom really used to be a main of mine at 450. Really now I kind of just play the White Rider, or probably the Gelgook Jaeger as well. Those are typically the suits I kind of focus on. And part of that is really just because, and this might just be a me thing, I just feel like when it comes to these higher costs, I feel like stationary suits just really aren't as effective as they used to be in the past. Especially for, this match here went really well, but I had another match as well where it was really hard for me to just try to stay in one place and try to get my shots off, because, I mean, usually I'd be being hounded down by the raid, but, you know, props to the raid, they are doing their job, really can't blame them for that, but it's just like, it feels really hard to just try to use this suit, because I feel like this is a suit that you really want to try to be in one good spot, where you have, like, really good views of the maps, and, like, you can see here, I can make full use of the range of my rifle. But just some matches, I really felt like I really wasn't able to do that well. It's just like, the raid was able to just easily catch up to me, and since I was in the back, that's kind of one of the flaws with the Hizack Custom, since you are going to be in the back a lot of the time, unless you are with your team using the machine gun. Yeah, it's very easy for the raid to just single you out and attack you. So really that could just probably be more of a me thing there. But aside from that, I do think the buffs are really nice for the Hizack Custom. It is still a pretty high damaging suit. As you can see there, I'm almost doing 2,500 to that heavy arms Gyaradoga there. And that's just, you know, just taking pot shots at it. That's not even using the charge fire, which I believe at one point the enemy's G4, which is a G4 booster that currently just fired its mean beam at me. Yeah, I think in a second I'm going to be able to do almost 7,000 damage to it on a charge shot. Let's see here. I think it's actually going to be right now, because they're going to stay there, and I'm going to fire. And yeah, almost 6,500 with a fully charged round from the beam launcher. Some very nasty damage there for this suit, especially at the range, but real quick, mission completed. Let's see how we did here with the Hizack Custom. No way on the board, and it doesn't look like I beat my rival either, which I believe my rival for this was the Perfect Gundam on the enemy team there, which, yeah, again, don't question the rival system, but 6th place overall, and I did get 3rd in damage dealt with 1 kill and 1 loss. So really not too bad for the damage there. I was really more focused on just trying to, you know, get those heavy staggers off and get stuns for the team. But, yeah, just really just trying to wrap things up here. I do still think the Hizack Custom is good. It's probably one of those things where it's just much better at its native cost. As I mentioned, higher cost just has a lot of, like, highly mobile units now. So, like, you have, because, like, you have, like, the things with Flat Booster, which is something I believe the, Engaged Gundam booster has. I think that might have the Flat Booster on it. I don't remember exactly for that one. I think it does, which is why they was able to catch up to me so quickly in some of the matches I've played. But, yeah, just, you know, really wanted to make this video to fix my mistake from the previous one. Again, I apologize for that, so I will have this one up as soon as possible. And with that, that's going to be the end of this video here. Comment down below what you think about the Hizack Custom in its buffed state. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And with that, I will see you all in the next one. Later.